Hey everyone, welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. This is Laurelyn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop. Thank you very much for joining me. We are working on another Quilt of Valour this week because on Friday it is Remembrance Day. And I know last week we did a Quilt of Valour, but it just needs to be more prominent in everyone's brains and in everybody's mind, you know, the sacrifices that many have made for us and our freedom. And like I said, there's many who would pay, kill to have the freedom that we have. So we are honoring ours by making them beautiful quilts. So this quilt was crafted by Kim, one of the girls in my Quilt of Valour group of Dufferin County, and it's beautiful. It was stunning, and it was very busy. Had a lot going on with the moose and the bears and the goose and everything. So I didn't feel that doing anything but maybe an edge to edge to this quilt was, so it stood out on its own. So I just put in Wind Swirls by Dave Dennis, and we're just gonna watch it finish up its last row, and then we're gonna do the reveal. It's my favorite part. You know that though. So this will take about 7 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes approximately, to stitch itself up. There we go. So if you didn't know, Quilts of Valour they're gifts of love, really. They're not donated, they're not a charity. You have to think of it differently, right? There's lots of people who are involved in the clubs via whether it's companies that are donating fabric, people who cut the fabric, people who sew the fabrics together to make the blocks, to make the squares, to make the strips, to ones who finish it up, to bring it to like one of us, like a long armor or somebody who quilts them from back to front with the batting in between. This is just a polyester. Because it lasts a lot for the wear and the tear. We're hoping these quilts get lots of love. That's the point of them, is to be used and loved and cuddled with, and cherished, right? So there's lots of steps and lots of people involved. So if you would like to get involved, I'm sure there's lots of areas for you to contact. Feel free. Help is always good. I don't know. I like, and we're using cool gray for the bobbin and the top of Glide. Yes. I like how it stitches out. It's just pretty. It's soft. It's flowy. It has a bit more of a smooth movement to it. The backside is just tan and white. Very not plain, but subdued compared to the front. But I have to say it's one of my favorites that have come up here to be quilted of the Quilts of Valour. This is pretty. I like how it's just so Canadian. So hopefully everybody's got their poppy. I got a little wristband the other day from the gentleman at one of our little stores. I literally just took all the change I had in my change purse and just plopped it in this little bucket. It's pretty. And then the binding will just be, I'm not sure, I don't usually do the binding part of it, but there's a couple that I will do it on. Just for the sake, because I want to finish it off and I really like them. This one, because it was Kim's, actually, you know what, I do have the binding. It's actually a print of, I think it's the maple leaves on it, or it's a mix of, but it'll definitely be a busy binding as well. There's lobsters on here, there's bears and deer and bunny rabbits, and it's pretty awesome. Wolves, whales. There's parts that have, glorious and free, proud, duty, beautiful, home and native land, parts of our own national anthem. It's 66 by 80, no, 78, sorry, 66 by 78. So when I set up my rows for quilting, I did 6 across, 6 down, 6 of the panto sections going, or just because that filled it up the way I liked it. Anything more than that was too busy, it was crazy, and it would just be too crazy on the quilt. And less would, it's not enough. There would be too many bigger gaps, right? So, and I don't want that. Just in a, you know, a couple sections is okay, but not over the whole quilt, right? That's the fun part about the software. You can tweak it up, down, make it smaller, bigger, you know, to fit. And when I said it was 66 inches and when I had it rolled, the pattern actually came to just about maybe ½ inch from where it was going to be. So I took the 2 rows that were left, tweaked them just a little bit bigger so no one would ever see or ever notice any type of difference. And it filled those spaces evenly without having to, you know, fill in with something else or, you know, or leave the gap, because it comes to the top on this edge here at the other side. And I want to make sure those match, same as it is from this side to this side, right? When it's spread out on someone's bed or they're cuddling with it, I want it to be even and, you know, pleasing to the eye. So just a few little things to make sure, and it's going from edge to edge. But if your stitches don't, if it starts, the pattern starts and it's on, use your little node snaps and drag the line off so it comes off and on from the quilt. Not starting and stopping on the quilt itself, right? Make sure it's doing it on the batting side. It makes it look smoother and professional that way. Things I have discovered in the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. So I have a few pieces of good news. If you haven't watched Weekend Project, we got shirts and new camera rig set up. We're looking all pro now, yo. And we're very, very excited about that, that's for sure. And we have fabric in the quilt shop. And this was one of my favorites. I've left it in the wrapper because I feel I can't pet it. I could just look at it, you know. But we've got 13 bolts, a variety of colors, some solids, grays. I've got wide backs coming. I've got Canadian themed fabric for the 150th birthday. It's on its way. It'll be I think it's the end of November it'll be here. There we go. That is our quilt. So I have some, like I said, and we'll have, I think we got 4 different bolts, and one's got a nice big panel piece with the Parliament building in the back and a Mountie and a horse, and it's awesome. I just thought we could do so much with that, even if I just put it as a kit and sold it as a kit to make for somebody to put a quick quilt together for 150th birthday for Canada. So that was my idea behind it. So hopefully that'll come through very shortly and we can start working on that. I'm very excited. So I'm just going to finish this off here and we can unpin it, and you can see this big beautiful quilt that Kim stitched up so laboriously, like my goodness, and her seams. Very pneumatic. Awesome. All right, so I always try to make sure the batting goes past my needles, if at all possible, like when it comes to the fabric and stuff like that, because those suckers hurt, no matter where you put them. Okay, so release the pressure on the bottom. Move Walt off to the side here. Okay, now we're just going to unpin the bottom. I love doing these quilts, Valor. I really do. It's my way of saying thank you. I don't know how else to say it. So I'm hoping with the finishing touches of all these ladies of labors of love that we're doing a good job of saying thanks. Or trying to anyways. So I have 2 more that I have to put together. I don't have to. I am putting together, sorry. A green kind of type one that's almost done. I've got majority of the blocks already trimmed out. sashed out, and then I'll put them all together. And then there's a purple one, my very first female. Well, more orientated than any of the other quilts that I have done, that's for sure. A female orientated, so I'm very excited to be doing that one too. Maybe I'll put the high heel shoes on it. Last week was hot rods. If you didn't get a chance to see that one, it was pretty cool. I really liked the way it stitched up. It was pretty impressive. In fact, I thought a couple little boy baby quilts would look really cool in the hot rod too. That's just me. Okay, so here we go. I love this. Oh my goodness. See how I was saying that you want to make sure that your points when you're coming around here on the circles, when you're setting up your pattern, that is the same on the other end, right? It's important because it's consistency. You want to do it the best you can. All right, I'll just plop this out a little bit more so you can get a better picture. Isn't that lovely? It's huge. Like I said, it's like 66 by 78 or something like that. Well, hopefully I did Kim proud in the stitching, and hopefully the one of our worthy veterans get it for sure. Oops, I'll flip it this way. So thank you very, very much for joining me for this Long Arm Wednesday. And I hope you stay tuned for many, many more. Actually, I'd like to do a shout out to my friend Roberta. Thank you so much. Love you, honey. She is such a huge supporter of me. And I'd just like to shout out to her. Oops, fell on the floor. Is that if anybody needs any leather work or pet sitting, horses, cats, dogs, reptiles, you name it, she's your girl for our hood. She's fantastic, super nice, does beautiful leather work. You know, she fixes. So if you need anybody, let me know, okay? So thank you very much for joining me for Long Arm Wednesday, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to check out Weekend Project. We're doing an awesome Christmas quilt. And my sister-in-law has pretty much designed the rest of our blocks, and I'm so happy to get them all done. All right, so stay tuned, and we'll see you. Take care, everybody. Bye.